Proving triangles similar. Just like there were 5 ways to prove triangles congruent, there are 3 ways to prove triangles similar. Uh, all of these are saying if two triangles have something, then the triangles are similar. So if two triangles have two corresponding sides that are proportional, so 21 and 14 have the same ratio as 24 and 16, then and the angle between them is congruent, then the triangles are similar. So what this looks like is 21 and 14. If I do 14 divided by 21, that's the same thing as 16 divided by 24. Because these are proportional, then the triangles are similar. Here, all 3 corresponding sides that are proportional, so 21 and 14. So let's be consistent, 21 and 14. You'll notice that I'm consistently putting the second triangle on top. That's just a pattern that I like to use to make sure that I'm being consistent. 16 and 24. And then lastly, 20 and 30. So all 3 corresponding sides are proportional. If you simplify these all simplify to 2/3. So yes, they are similar. And if two triangles have 2 corresponding angles that are congruent, then the triangles are similar. Notice that this is 2 angles and there are no sides necessary to say that they're similar. Also, the angles don't have to be proportional. Actually, they are not going to be proportional. They have to be congruent angles. So let's do some examples. So here we have 2 angles that are congruent. Now if we use these, so 154 is the second triangle over 33. Is that the same thing as 112 divided by 24? And I believe that they are. You can type both of these into a calculator. If you type them both into the calculator, you're going to get 14/3 there, and yeah, 14/3. So because these are the same, then we have side, angle, side. Here, we have that these angles are congruent because they're vertical. And then that is not saying that the lines are parallel, but it is saying that these are alternate interior angles and they are congruent. So we have a pair of vertical angles, a pair of alternate interior angles, so then these are some similar triangles by angle, angle. So I could say EGF is similar to, I need to go in the same order, purple, green, nothing, purple, green, nothing. That's saying those triangles are similar. Here, all right, we have that those two are vertical. And now we have a pair of sides. So if this is anything, it's going to be side, angle, side. Now what we're going to look at is the smaller side matching with the smaller side. So 9 over 30. Is that the same thing as 14 over 43? And I believe that they are not the same. And because they are not the same, I would say that they are not similar. You can type this into the calculator to just double check, but I believe that this will give you something slightly different than that. So the fractions have to be the same when simplified for them to be similar triangles, and these are not. Here, all right, the smallest sides have to match up, so the smallest sides. So 110 over 50. Is that the same thing as the second smallest side? So match those up. 121 over 55. And lastly, 60 and 132. 132 and 60. If these fractions are all the same, then we will say that they're similar by side, side, side. And I believe what we get when we divide these is 2.2, 2.2, and 2.2. Okay, good. They are all similar, or all the ratios are equal. And because we have three equal ratios, we can say side, side, side. Tells us that, let's go in the same order. D, E, F. D to E is, D is between green and blue, so that's T. To E is the same thing as going along to S, because that's across the blue side. To F is going across the red side, so that's to R. Here, it's worth noting that similarity is why we can say that any triangle that you use to find slope, that they'll always give you that same ratio. So slope works because all of these triangles are similar triangles. It's worth pointing out that when we have sides being cut in half, well, if this was x, this is x, so the whole thing is 2x, which means that that's a proportion of this is being doubled. So this will work by side angle side, that the sides are being doubled, the sides are being doubled, and this angle is shared between both triangles. Here we see that the triangles are similar because they both have angle A is congruent to angle A, and also these right angles are also congruent, so we can say by angle angle, we can say that ABC is similar to ADE. One last one, this is because of angle angle. We can say that these are also going to be similar, which will help us in solving problems like these later. Thanks.